Okay, so let's move on to this first question. So the question statement says you are given an expression which consists of like two numbers a and b, and like a operator in between grid, and that operator can be of like three different types of operator are there, like less than, greater than, or equal to. So you have to just determine like if this particular operation is right or wrong. Okay, so like if we see this first example, so we just need to tell that if this 5 is greater than 4 or not. If it is, then we have to print right here, like yes, since 5 is greater than 4. But if we see here, it shows a less than sign, but 9 is greater than 1. So we have to print wrong here. Similarly, for this case, here it is a equal sign. So since 4 is equal to 4, this is the right expression. So we just print right. So this we have to do in this question. So the main problem in this question is like how to take the input. I guess some of might you are like stuck in that. So it is very simple. Like if you just see here is a space. So what you can do, you can just first take an integer input and then a character input. Just since it is a greater than sign, you cannot store it in a integer variable. So and then again there is a sign, sorry, space, and then again take an integer, and then just compare both the numbers according to this particular sign using if else block statements. And using this, like you can just easily solve this problem if for the different operators. So like if anybody has like problem like how to proceed in this question, like if anybody is not able to understand the problem statement and anything else, like you can write in the chat box. Sky value, I don't think like we need a sky value here. Like we will make it more complicated with that. We don't need it here. Taking log, how will you take log here? Like, can you specify?
Sir, can I speak on mic?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Sir, इसमें हम cases ले मतलब can we just make use of switch and cases over here? Means I was
Yes, we
thinking,
can. Yes,
but
we
I
can
was
use
not
that.
able to. Means I was not able to code, but I just saw that we have to make cases, but I'm not able to code.
Okay, like we will move to the code part like just after this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess like if nobody has doubt, we will move to the code part directly. So just for this. So as I said, like you have to take an integer, then a character, and then again an integer. So I will take two integers and one character. So when you are taking the input, you have to keep in mind the order in which you are taking the input. First you have to take integer, then a character, and then again integer. Otherwise, like you will mess up. So first I'll take an input A, then I'll take an input C, which is of character type, and then I'll again take an input B. So I've taken the input. Now you just need to check for the cases. What are the cases here? Either it can be a less than equal to sign, greater than, or equal to. So let's just make a else condition for each of this. If this character is less than sign, okay, then I need to check if the left side term is actually less than the right hand side term. If it is, then my answer should be yes. So I will just check it. If A is actually less than B, then I will print that is the right statement. So instead of like writing again and again C out right, and in the else again writing C out no, I will just take a bool variable here. Like which will tell me if my answer is right or wrong. So I will not initialize it. So if my answer is right, then it will be true. And if my answer is wrong, then it will store false. Okay. So I will just, if A is less than B, then this is the right statement. So I will just make the answer equal to true. Similarly, if it is not, I will make it false. So this was when the case, when this particular center character was less than, then I will make the second condition. It is a greater than sign. Then we can just do if A is actually greater than B. First we will check if it is actually greater than B, then the answer is true, obviously, and then otherwise answer will be false. And I have checked less than case and the greater than case. So the only case left is this equal to case. So then I will just else. I will check if A is actually equal to B. If it is, then answer is true. Else it will be false. So just this, and in the last we will check if answer is true. Then I have written here if answer is true. This means I have to print out right. So I will just see out right. Otherwise, I will just see out wrong here. So I will just print wrong here. So this is the code for this problem. Like the guy who has asked, I think it should be clear. Like if anybody has like problem in this, any part of this code can let me know. Otherwise, we will move to the next question. Like this question is done. Okay, if we take whole input in string, then you see this like let's say I take as input this. Okay, so first I need to check like I all like obviously then I have to traverse the string. So first I will traverse it until I encounter a character from 0 to 9, and then convert that string like string into an integer. And then again I have to check for a greater than or equal to or that sign. Then again I have to check for if it is an integer or, and if you see here, there can be a negative sign also. So you have to check for this also. So you can see like I have the code will be very like complicated in that. But you can do that way also. Like you can take an string as an input also. But like remember one thing, like when you take an input as a string, so your input will break here. So you have to like include that line where the string is taken as input, including the spaces. Otherwise, it will get line. Sure. Otherwise, like it will take only 5 as input. So I guess like we should move to the next question. Yeah, by using story, you can do that. But we can you can see like it will just increase the line of code. And even like you can decrease the line of code here also. Like I have made very else like many else condition just to like clarify you guys so that it is easy to understand. Okay, stoi basically it converts a string into an integer. Stoi basically converts a string into an integer directly. It's an inbuilt function in C++. Hmm. Okay. How to convert a number character into a number? So for that, see what you can do. If you know, like the characters will be between 0 to 9, and it will be of char data type, I assume initially. So if I want to convert it into an int, I just need to do let's say this char was C, so I just need to do C minus 0. Basically, I have used sky values here to convert character into int. I just subtracted the sky value of 0 from C. So if a number is 0, let's say C is equal to 0, then I subtracted 0 from 0, so it will become 0 only in the sky number. Then if C is equal to 1, then I subtracted the sky value of 1, which is I guess 49, I am not sure. And then if you subtract 49 from 48, which is of 0, then it will came out to be 1. So you can do this for every number. Like I hope it is clear.
So could you explain your template to like the header file and all?
Can you repeat? Like your voice is breaking.
So could you please explain your template code like header files and
Like that part, like I guess like you can just watch after like a YouTube video. Like first we like let me cover like all the questions in the day like this session.
Sure.
Like in the last after the session, I will tell you.
Sure.
Yeah. Just a second. Please represent right. Okay. So yeah, Aditya, with the code which you have sent, like you are again the same mistake you have done. You have taken the two integer as input and then the character. And I've told you you have to take first an integer input, then a character, and then again an integer. So you have what you have done. You have first taken the two integer as input. So that's why it is giving wrong answer. So just rectify that.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So let's move to the next question. So this question says, like, you are given a number n and you have to determine whether this number is a float number or an integer number. So like you guys should know, like an integer number is a number which ranges from like 0 to 2 to the power 31, like something. And a float number is that number which includes some like decimal point after it, like this 0.5958, like this is a float number. So you have to tell if a number is integer or float, and they have also specified the output format. If a number is float, then you have to print float first, followed by the integer, which means if this is a float number, you have to print its integer part, then you have to print its decimal part. Okay. And if a number is integer, then you just have to print the integer part. There is no need to print this. Yes, Krishna.
So what is the range of an integer?
It is something like minus 2 to the power 31 minus 1 to 2 to the power 31. Like you can Google it. And yeah, and like I will just Google it. So it is like this range. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So how to do this particular question? So first of all, like this, like you guys have heard of ceil and floor functions. Have you guys heard of this? Okay, so if you have not heard, I will tell you. So what a ceil function does. So let's say if my number is this n, okay, and this number can be either a decimal or a float, right? Decimal or an integer number. So either it can be of the form like 3.4. It has some numbers after this point. Otherwise, it can be something like this 3.0. So it is an integer only, if we can say. Okay, so what ceil does? If I take the ceil of this particular number 3.4, then it will print 4. It will print the closest integer just greater than this number. Okay, the ceil defines this, and the floor says print the number, just print the small, like largest integer just less than this particular number, which is 3. So if I like write in the definition, it is just that ceil defines the smallest integer just greater than n. So if I take ceil of n, then this is the definition of ceil function. And if I take floor, then this is greatest integer just smaller than n. So this is the definition of floor function. So using this, like I can get a number 4 and 3. And for an integer number, let's say this is the number 3. So what will be the ceil of this number? Can anybody tell me? 3. And what is the floor? It will also be 3. Okay. So, but when we like talk about these numbers which contains decimal, so for these numbers, ceil is not equal to floor. But for the integer, you can easily see that ceil is equal to floor. So using this like idea, we can solve this problem. And like this is a like very basic technique which we use further, like when you solve more difficult questions. So like now we know how to determine if a number is float or integer. Okay, so if the ceil of the number is equal to the floor of the number, then the number will surely be an integer. Otherwise, it will be a float number. Okay, so the first part is done where we are printing integer and float. Now the remaining part is this, how to print these values. Okay, for the integer, it is very straightforward. You just need to print the input number. Like if anybody has doubt in this, like how we are just printing this input number in the case of integer. Like if an input is integer, it will be surely an integer. Okay. So the main concern is about the second thing, when the number is float, how to get this decimal part. Okay. So to get this decimal part, we can solve it very easily. What we can do is I can write this number. Like let me just stop it. So we can write this number as 534 plus 0.958. Can I write this number like this? Okay, so if I write this number like this, so what I need to do, actually, I need to print this part separately and this part separately. That's what question says here. So can I get this part separately and get this part separately? So I have told you about seal and float. So can anybody tell me like how to get this 534 here? And this is for every number. Like what should I use? I should use seal or float for to get this 534.
You should use seal.
How, like, can you tell me how you come up with this?
No, you should use seal to subtract the input number. Then it will give the decimal part. If you subtract the 534, 535
Mhm.
minus 4.9.58, it will
Mhm.
give you
So
value.
see, if I take floor of this, what will be the floor of this particular number?
534, I think.
You are telling seal, right? Seal is smallest integer just greater than n. Like you have to stick with this definition.
Yes.
So if I found smallest integer just greater than n, and you are saying 534, so 534 is less than this particular number. It is not greater than. Okay. Did you get like where you have mistaken?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
like you have reversed, like you are telling like the definition of floor. So basically you will not take seal here, you will take floor to get this particular number 534. Okay, so you will take floor to get this first number, and to get this second number, what we can do, we can just subtract this particular number from this number. Like if I take this number like on the left hand side, I can write it like this. Like if I take this 534 on the left side, so I can write it like this. So I can get this number by subtracting n from the floor of the n. So I can write it like n minus floor of n. So this will give me this 0.598. 958, sorry. So like if this part is clear to everyone, like if anybody has doubt in this. Okay, so then for supporting part of this question, then you can do. Okay, so one more question here, like how will you, which data type like will you use to take the input? Like double, okay. Yes, we can do these operations directly like floor and seal it. There are inbuilt function. Double float. Okay, we can use any, like the main point of my question is this. Just don't take this as a integer input. Why? Because like let's say I consider two cases. I take first integer as in float, and the second case where I take input as integer. Okay. So if I take integer as float, I can convert it into int, right? And similarly for this, I can convert a number into float from integer. Like, and I can explicitly I can convert this. But the main concern is, let's say the input was 3.4 something, and when I convert this number to int, it will give me 3. But if I take this particular number 3.4 as an integer input, so it will become 3 automatically. And when I convert it back to into float, then it will become 3. So I have lost this original value here. So you need to take the input as float only. Whenever like you encounter questions where the input is in decimal, always take float or double. I will take long double just in case. So you just need to first check if the number is integer or not. So I will do it using seal of n is equal to floor of n. Then for sure my number will be integer, but then I just put integer and just print the number n. Else just print float. And this number is floor of this number, so I will just print floor. And this number is n minus floor. So it will give, let's just try that in this space. So it's given. Okay. If floor of A is equal to A, then integer. Yeah, we can do that also. But like just keep in mind A should be a float number and nothing is an integer, like then you will mess up. So like if anybody has doubt in this, can let me know.
When you have taken the, when you have done the C out of int, then you have taken the n as a long double, and you are
Right.
just, you are
Yeah.
now, will
See,
it print?
no. It doesn't matter. Like the compiler is made just that. If you print like if you like I print here to 234.000, it will just like still consider it as a separate solution in the most cases, until and unless like they have made it like to not accept. But if you see when I copy, like it doesn't print this 0.00, so like we are good.
It depends on compiler, or every time it means do this?
Like mostly when the integers are not needed, like it will be 0, so it automatically like removes this. And if you want this particular zeros, then you can use set precision. Like then it will show these zeros also to you. But it doesn't show if there are not, if you, it will not show.
Okay.
No, I guess. No, we like don't need to do that. Set precision is nothing, like you just need to add one place. One line, sorry. You just need to add this and just set the number of decimals up to which you need precision. It will show up to 10 decimal places. It's just a single line.
What is the range of this long double? Can you tell me?
Long double, like I roughly remember is 10 to the power 50. I guess. Don't know, like you can just Google it, like you actually don't need the ranges to remember, like by mind. Yeah, it's like 30 to the power 8. Okay. Like you don't actually like need to remember this, like you will not actually need like the cases with the where you use long double, like there is hardly the case of time limit or storing the number which are out of range.
Okay.
So the line where you mentioned the code for set precision, is it like we only need to mention it only once and the rest all the outputs are C out?
Yeah. You just need to mention it only once.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
What is the use of fixed in this? Is it a like syntax for this?
No, like you can remove it also, like it doesn't matter much.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody was saying anything?
No, my doubt was also the same.
Okay. So let's just move to the next question then. Last question. So the question statement is very like clear. You are given just 4 integers A, B, C, and D. So and an expression you have given A to the power B should be greater than C to the power D. So if this expression is true, you need to print yes. Otherwise, you need to print no. Okay. So for this, like if I explain you the first test case, 3 to the power 2 will be 9, and 5 to the power 4 will be something 225. So 9 is obviously less than 2 to the power 225. So you will print no. And similarly for this case, 5 to the power 2 is 25. And 4 to the power 2 is 16. So 25 is greater than 16. So you will print yes. So if we think of a brute solution for this question, so that will be like to generate this A to the power B first, and then generate the C to the power D, and then just compare them. So this will be the brute solution for this. But the thing is like the constraints are pretty much high. So we cannot actually generate this number. If you see, let's say I assume A equal to 10, and if B equal to some 10 to the power 12. So if you actually see, we need to calculate 10 to the power 12. So it is a very big number. Okay, so you cannot actually store this much big number. Okay, so now how to solve this question? So in these types of question, like the main thing you need to do is just reduce the expression, like whichever expression is given, try to like analyze this expression only, and try to like get something with like some observations or anything, or just reduce this equation only. Okay, so the one thing you need to do in this question was to take the log on both the sides. Like if you have done some mathematical questions like in the 12th or 11th, then you just need to take log on both the sides. So if this is the expression initially, I'm considering initially that A to the power B is greater than C to the power D. So I will take log on both sides. Now here is this property of log, that whichever power is here like A to the power B, it comes in the multiplication with the log. This is the property for the log. So I will just bring this log B out, and it will become something like this. Okay, so now this equation has been reduced like very much. Like here we have to multiply A B times. Now we just need to multiply B and log A. And log A we can calculate using this inbuilt function only, and its complexity is something log n only. Okay. Which part, Akash?
So why we took log first?
Yeah, but
So why we took log first?
see, like we just need to reduce the equation. Okay. So like some questions are meant like to be solved from one way. Like there can be some other way also. Like then you just need to grind to come up to the solution. Log is something like we can say a hit and trial method. Like you just try different things, many different things on the particular question, and the one which works out, you do that.
Sir, I was trying to make it from power function, like power. So all the test cases were run, but only one case was not accepted. So it was a very huge number. So only one test case was not running. So I have used
Which
power.
wrong, like you get wrong answer on which test case?
12th test case.
So you are sure like this question has 12 test cases?
No, test case 12. When I submitted the code, so it got me error like 12. Test case 12 is not means power. So it was a very big number, 32,000 something coach, and 70.
It
Power
will
was 70.
it will not work. Like it will not work on that.
Yeah,
And even if it is working on like small numbers, it is just like it is passing by luck only.
It was showing error, means it was showing wrong output.
Yeah, it will show like you cannot store such a big number. You cannot generate it. Otherwise, we would have done it that way only.
Okay, so it's a Stack Overflow or what? Means we cannot do that.
Like you cannot store such a big number. Like it will store some garbage value. Like if you try to like store some bigger number in the data type.
Okay, okay, sir, got it. Thank you.
So for this, now definitely like we can just calculate this and just multiply and check if the numbers are greater than or not. First expression is greater than second expression or not. For the fourth part, just take into like A, B, C, D. One more thing, like if you see here, don't just take long as a data type, take long double as a data type, because when you take log, it can be some decimal value also. So just to get the accurate answer, just take long double. Then just check your this B into logarithmic A is greater than B. So this will be the like code for this problem. No, long takes only like integer values. If you try to store it, like it will like implicitly like convert it into integer only.
Sir, like as you said, we should take long double. When I took long, like I think same problem will face here as well. Like for the number 8376260, this was a test case. My solution was failing, and the other number is just one less than it. So even if we take log for both of them, we get the exact 6 same digits after decimal. So then also our code was not able to pass it because it was giving the same decimal positions till the 6th position.
So yeah, that's the case now, because float, you might have used float or double.
Long I have used.
Sorry, long you have used. And you have taken that log value. Okay.
Like if you take the case where our inputs are 8376260.
Yeah, can you repeat?
I'll put it in the chat, sir. Like A, B, C, D I have mentioned in the chat.
Okay. So this should be the answer. What's your returning in this?
Like here my test case was like failing and it was giving no, because both were, I was getting the same output when I was taking log for A and C.
Okay.
I think taking long double would
yeah,
clear it,
actually
like.
I guess this problem is you are saying like 6 decimal places now.
The
So-
log value of 8376260 will be 6.9230501.
Okay, so like the problem is it is taking up to 6 decimal places only, right? But the long
Yes,
double
sir.
takes up to like greater than 6 decimal places, so it is more accurate.
I think so, like it will work.
So
And so
that's
like
why.
when our A and C will be 1, and in that case our code won't work, sir, because log 1 will be 0 for both.
0, right? I guess might they have not included that case. Maybe that's the case. When I was coding the solution initially, I thought of that also.
No, sir, like mine was failed on the same test case. So I need to code some extra lines for taking when A and C are not 1. Like I have the test case where my code failed.
Your code failed at this test case now, which you have given.
Sir, this plus one more where A and C were 1.
Okay. Can you share that?
Sir, it was like 2111, if I'm not wrong, because I have tried this also, and this was the test case, and the test case number 5 was 12211. It was something like this. in which
Okay.
we are getting log value as 0 when we
Yes,
put
yes. I think the same test case I am talking about.
test case 5 and test case 12. That was the two test cases I was not able to accept.
Okay, so just write like other if else conditions for that case. If that's the case.
Yeah, I think so because it's an exception because in this log value is getting 0 and if we do it at it will all the expression will become 0.
Right. So why? Okay. So mine is returning yes. So your code will be returning no, right? Okay, that's such a very good code. Okay, so like you have considered here the separate one conditions, right? Okay. So let's see if I take long one here.
So like here, instead of considering as one, I took that what if bases are same and powers are different, and what if powers are same and bases are different? That case I
Right. Like you have used long, you said, right?
yes, sir.
So mine is returning yes. What's your returning? Like
With
without
long,
this
long, I was getting the
condition.
no for that big answer I told you about, big test case.
Okay. Like
Yours
but I
is
am
still
getting
giving yes.
yes, that's the case now. How
So
it
the
is
test case
given,
which I was
yes.
saying,
So test case 5 and test case 12 it was.
Like mine is working fine. Like what's the problem? Like it's working fine in mine. There's no problem, right?
so like even if for A and C have the value 1, it is still passing it.
Yeah, you can see.
But
Like
as
it
per
like it's like the judge is same, like it doesn't matter on the machine, I guess. But sometime it happens like once I like submitted the same code on Mac and one on Windows, then on Windows it give TLA but not on Mac.
so, but
Maybe
as per
that's
the maths, if log 1 of anything, it will be 0.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's you're saying right. Like even if I printing here, it's just prints log one is 0 only. So let's just store it in another variable, right?
Sir, it should show no, na, sir. Means 0 is less than 0, it will be false.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, so यहाँ पे decimal ले रहा है. अच्छा, okay, see, like we are taking here log a, तो log a तो 2 है ना, a तो 2 है ना, तो ये तो point ही देगा. Are you getting this? We are taking log A, like not log B. So log 2
Like-
will be obviously be not 0.
So this test case which I have mentioned in the chat box just now, at this test case my code was failing.
No, and it should be no, it should be no, right?
And sir, what value is it printing for check 1 and check 2?
0, 0.
0.
It should be no, like because they are equal.
Okay.
Same thing for 2, like it doesn't make sense.
There's just one small doubt. If we don't mention any base for the log, then we can consider it as naturally ln, like log to the base e.
E, like it is considered as 2, I guess. Sorry, 10, I guess. I don't
If you
know.
don't mention anything, then 10.
10 or 2, like 10 or 2 it is. Yeah,
No,
E, I don't actually remember.
LOG में 2 रहता है और LN में 10 रहता है ना. Yes,
इनमें 10
LN and LOG
अगर
में
कुछ मेंशन नहीं करा है तो तब क्या होगा? बेस 10 होगा या e होगा?
2.
2. देन फिर तो 1 प्रिंट करना चाहिए था ना कि अगर हम a को 2 लें तो हमारा आउटपुट 1 आना चाहिए था, पर चल जाएगा
See,
उससे.
it doesn't make difference. बस तुम्हें like you just need to like keep this in mind. If you are taking some base here like say x, so तुम्हें यहाँ पे भी x ही रखना है, यहाँ change नहीं कर सकते तुम. You just need to keep this in mind. Okay.
So just by taking long double as in data type, हमें बाकी कुछ और चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हमारा इससे ही काम हो जाएगा.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Like like which I preferred like this is a practice like when you use like instead of int, most of the people use long.
Yes,
Just
sir.
similarly, whenever there is a question, we need to take decimal like decimal places. Then I use long double just to like for the precision. Like this gives the like maximum precision we can get. So that's why I use long double. Like it is my habit.
From now onwards, I'll also start taking long double only. Okay,
So
thank
what
you,
is
sir.
the size of long double and long size? That
Size
8
like you can
bytes?
Google. Like I actually don't remember. For long it is 8 bytes. I this much I like for this I don't remember actually. You can like Google it.
Okay, so for long, I saw that it was 4 bytes, but for int also 4 bytes. Then what is the difference? Just long and int?
It's actually like not pretty much difference, but you can see that if we just look at the range. Okay, so you can see the long int has the same range as that of this. So that's why it is 4 bytes for both.
Okay.
So like if anybody has doubt, so you can tell me, otherwise like we will just wrap it up.
Sir, can you just show me where these recordings are stored, because I was not able to get it.
See, like actually like you should like ask this thing to the managers, like we don't have access to that.
Oh, okay, sir.
Like you can write in the complaint channel, like somebody will help you there.
Okay.
For the first problem, can you show me the solution? I just yeah, first problem, that solution code.
Yeah, this is the solution. Like you can just go through it once.
And sir, where we can see everyone's solution, means if we are stuck on a problem, so can we see everyone's solution in CodeChef?
In CodeChef or Codeforces?
In Codeforces, sorry.
See, to see everyone's solution, like whichever contest is this, just open this and then go to the status thing. And then you can just see anybody's solution. Like this is a like I guess this is a gym contest or something like, so it is not visible here to filter. Okay, it is here. So if I need to see the Z submission, then just print Z and accepted solutions. And you can also put participants' IDs here.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But for this particular thing, you cannot see the solution if you have not submitted it, accepted. Okay, like if I tell you, I haven't solved this D question. So if I try to see other solution for D, so I cannot like see them. Okay, so this is for this only. Like अगर तुम बाकी normal div 2 वाले contest देखोगे तो वो visible होते हैं सारे, चाहे तुमने solve ना करे हो.
Okay, sir.
Okay.